All right. Welcome everybody to the stream. So the first thing we're going to be going into today is what I talked about from my last stream. We're going to be importing Destiny 2 maps. I don't know what map I'm going to put in first, so we'll see what we're looking at. And if you're curious on what I'm talking about when I'm referring to a map, I think it's kind of self-explanatory, but if you're curious and don't know what I'm talking about, it's so when you load into like a loading zone on a planet or a location, those are certain maps are cutouts of it anyway, and think of each area has like a loading portion, and each loading portion opens up a new part of that, so it's kind of like done in like square chunks and a map formation. So yeah, it's kind of like levels or maps, like the same thing. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it here. I'm going to jump into first thing here. By the way, this program's called Charm. You can get this through the Discord link down below. You can find a really good link to it. It'll be on let's see, I'm trying to remember where it's at. It's on GitHub. So yeah, you just download that to GitHub. Go through the normal installation stuff. There's like a wiki install in there as well with a fairly small tutorial on it. If I feel like a lot of you that come in here and just like want a tutorial, I'll do a full breakdown on how to install it and all that stuff. But for now, I already got the program on here, and here's my configurations for it. If you get a configuration panel, if the tab's not open there, it's here. It works with Source Engine 2 and also Unreal Engine. I don't have anything for Unity, but I know that people have been able to make it work for Unity. But in my case, I'm just going to be using Unreal Engine. So I just have the General tab open right here. And what I have here is kind of like, here's a path for what's finding all of the Destiny packages, by the way. Oh, here's another thing. I said in the last stream on another application I was using. This will not get you banned. Whoops, sorry. This will not get you banned no matter what. Like, this is safe to do. So what it does, it takes the packages from there. It doesn't have any interfering with your playing, so it won't ban your account or anything like that. So you're totally safe to do this. And then it wants an export path on there. This one I have it hooked up to my D drive, so it just does a straight export there for that one. This one it'll ask for like a Blender import script. I don't import this stuff into Blender at all. I import it directly into Unreal Engine, since that's where I want it anyway. So I don't worry about that. If you wanted that, then you have to activate it, but then you also need to do a couple extra steps on how to do that. But again, there is a tutorial on how to do that in the GitHub area, so they do show you how to do it. So you usually have this option on for a single-use folder for extraction. You get better information that way on extraction. Also export maps, like static meshes from the maps. So the static meshes are like chairs and tables and other things like that. Those are technically static meshes that are like non-environmental meshes. So those can get imported in that go with the map and they go in the correct location. I usually have this one changed to PNG. Unreal Engine takes that, so I have that there. It doesn't do the DDS files on there, so you can also do TGA as well for Unreal Engine, but I just do the PNG and that works just fine. So I'm gonna go, oh, and here's the Unreal Engine tab right here. So based off in here, this is where you can run a script. They have a script designated to this file extension. I'll kind of show this later on what I do exactly from there, but yeah, I'll show it how that works. But anyway, it needs a file where you're going to be importing your Unreal Engine files to. But that's later on a script, not when exporting originally. And then it wants generated Unreal Engine files, and just have that to true, that it will generate a Unreal Engine file. What it is, kind of creates like an Unreal Engine script file, and that's kind of correlating to both of these here, and I'll show what that looks like later. In general, we're just going to be waiting on like loading and exporting all this stuff out. It does take a minute to export everything out into Unreal Engine 5 because it actually tries to bring the materials in there as well. They don't always work 100% of the time, by the way, just heads up. But it does get all the map information in there in one go, which is very powerful, I might say. Because before, when I put on live streams on doing the Wrath Machine for the boss room, I had to do everything from Blender and then extract that with certain materials that might work or might not work, and then put that into the engine and just constantly rinse and repeat fixing things. But this one does it in like a couple button presses, which is amazing. So, and just a little script to run, so it makes it pretty easy. So we got our first tabs up here. You can kind of type what you want a little bit. You have to be kind of defined on specific of what you're looking for. But if you look in here, it has like the black garden. In this case, this is like the raid type of area. That's where that is. This is the tower right here, the Tower City. It kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown what it is. Technically, these are the names of the files that are in the game package files for Destiny 2. So that's why the name files are like this here. I'm just going to pick one today and we'll extract it in. I don't want to pick a really big one. I want to pick a fairly easy size if I can to make life easy. Let's see which one I can bring in now and make life not too difficult to bring in. And also you can see a lot of Crucible maps in here. You got like Iron Banner and Trials. I don't know if there's any differences in between those. Not that I've seen there's any differences. I think they just have it split up. So if I went into here and I clicked on this, and then they can go in between like dialogue, which it doesn't have any dialogue in this one, sadly. Directive or miscellaneous, I don't know what that is. Let's see, it's music. Oops, there we go. I got some music in here. So if I pause the other here, I might get flagged for this. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. So I'll go and I'll click in the first one. Is there any audio? That's sound effect, not really audio, if you heard that. You got this. You can't extract this and everything for an export, but I personally don't use this that much because I don't know how to really do it and export it correctly, and also it's in a different kind of file format. I can figure it out, but I just haven't done it. I'll turn on the other music, by the way, so you have it. But it's kind of some cool stuff. So if I go like to the top area here and I go to the ambient part of the garden, if I go and load up, I thought that'd be something in the directives. Usually the directive has like quest items that are supposed to be done, and those are like generated from the packages itself. It kind of reads the files on that, which is kind of cool, but it doesn't show it in this one, which is kind of sad. So what we want to do here is you do like, here's 3 parts of a map right here. Okay, this is like sections of this raid, I'm assuming. I haven't actually played this raid, by the way, just a heads up. This is like, I kind of stopped playing some raids after like Last Wish for Destiny 2. I just haven't had a chance to go back that much to really play them. But what we want to do here is just select on view. This is like a select all view, so it's going to load up the whole cache for this on this one, and this is what it looks like on the map. It doesn't have any textures or anything folded in on it, but if I can zoom out a little bit without it freezing too much. So this is what the map kind of looks like right here. So you got trees, stuff like that. There you go. I think this is actually more of the playable area, but if you notice a lot of stuff out here, it's more like the skybox and everything that's here. So if I zoom way out, this is what it really looks like in the map. Like, you got a whole bunch of weird stuff, mostly because they have like a crazy big skybox in between is probably why. I'm going to close this one down. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the Black Garden stuff today because that's a really big map. I just need something small enough that I can import. It'll be easy. Here's a mission. Let's see. I'll try this one. See what this looks like. Lunar. So that's like the moon, I think. Let's see. Oof. And looking here kind of shows how many files are there, and it looks like a big map. Oh, this is the moon. But it says Cosmodrome, which is interesting. Maybe it's not the moon. Maybe I'm just spacing. We'll check it. Let's see what's going on. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Oh, this is definitely the Cosmodrome area. I just don't... So it's the Dome... Dome A. Whatever this is, Lunar Complex. I'm just trying to figure out what areas are the playable areas, I guess. Because how it works is these maps are kind of loaded up together and each piece kind of fits a puzzle. So when you hit a certain checkpoint, like this map would, like this map here, like say you start from this map here, but if you go into the next area, it loads up this other one, but this one's already loaded as well, and it takes this one away. So one loads, one unloads from a level, so it saves on memory and better performance. But I'm kind of curious which one this one is. I'm not sure exactly. In any case, I don't know if I'm gonna do this one or not. Yeah, I'm just kind of bouncing around and see which one I would want today. What to do? I'm gonna do a dungeon, maybe. Maybe that's not too bad. Duality. Get the prophecy in here. Prophecy doesn't sound like it'd be too bad if I wanted to bring that in. I'll see how big it is. Let's see. I'll load it up. Oh, I got the cube room. That should be fairly light on the import, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, this is fairly tiny. Oh yeah, so you get a little bit of like game development for that puzzle encounter. So each time when you finish like a part of that puzzle, and then it kind of brings you into a different room. Obviously, that's what it looks like. If I could stay within the bounds of the level. So yeah, each room, but then it's like rotated on its axis or whatever. And then, whoops, if it can just, yeah, there it is there. I might bring this in to make life easy, so that I can just add collision and then call it a day, I think, on that. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll bring this part into Unreal Engine, so it doesn't take forever to import and you don't have to look at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all, and this is going to like literally import everything from in here. So what I'm going to do is export everything. So it's going to do like 3 things of exports on that, so which is fine. Alright, cool. Looks like I got it. This is just runs in the background for it as its command prompt. I'm gonna go ahead and open up these guys here like this. Charm exports. Let's go. Okay, so I think it should be under maps that I had it under. Yeah, and here it is, all right here. So it looks like it came in 3 parts. So these files right here, that's like UE5.pl. This is a Python script that you can run in Unreal Engine, and it'll put all of that stuff in here, and it'll put everything in its correct place, which is great. And it will apply the shaders onto it too, by the way, which is another amazing thing. Yet again, they're not perfect though, so that's something to keep in mind. So what I'm gonna do here in this factor is I'm gonna go ahead and go into that file folder structure that I had here, and I want to go ahead and go to properties real quick. I just need to copy this whole link data here, so I'm gonna copy that with Control-C. I'm just gonna put this over there, so I don't need that right now. So what I have here is this command. I need to change this to Python. I put here Control-V. And this is where it all starts. This is what you want to know, like, okay, I'm not going to be playing with my computer much anymore, and I'm just going to press enter. And it's going to start importing the files now. It's running its script as of the moment. So we're going to let it do its thing. It's going to take a minute. I'm not gonna lie. So also, I'll put welcome to the chat in here as well. Welcome to the stream. There we go. It's still importing, by the way. I just, for some reason, when I click on another screen on doing so, it puts it over here on the right-hand side. So, for instance, if I... Here, let's see if I can show you. View here. Here, see? It's doing its thing on the other side at the moment, so... it's technically working, it's just on the other one. So hey, look, that actually imported in pretty quick. I'll change it to the other screen here. There you go. So now you should be able to see it just fine. And it throws up this guy here. This is kind of like, it's not crazy important as of now. I could fix this up later on, but this did a lot of the work for me already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear that notification out. It's more of a warning than an error, to tell you the truth. So so what I'm going to do here is, here's all the meshes that are here. Everything's dark because what it did, it created a new map. But when it created a new map, it comes with no lighting, no nothing on there. It just imports the meshes where they need to go in location-wise. So I'm going to still want to press F on any of these guys here. So you can click on any of your objects. If you press F, it'll zoom into wherever those are. So I have these meshes that came in here. It came in with materials, which actually look pretty good. Looks like no materials were applied to these items here, which is fine. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and start importing the rest of them. Looks like this one was a very small thing of subjects that got imported in, so that's easy enough. So what's going to go on here is I'm going to go ahead and add this one now, okay? So I'm going to go into here, click into properties, security, get all these guys here for the file path. Go here again, Control V, enter. It's going to do it again. And what's happening here, it's going to create another new map. So everything that you import will not go into this one, it will go into a different one, which actually works out great for our model, because what we would want to do if we're creating this for a very performance level type of game, we would probably want to do the way that Bungie did it, is they load their stuff into levels, what I kind of talked about before. If you go to a certain part of a level, it would load one and disload the other, so, or unload the other one, so that it wouldn't be existing, so make life a bit easier. So anyway, that's just a story of the trade on that one. So today is very smoky in Seattle, by the way. Too smoky. I do not like it at all. I'm gonna close my window, by the way. That's why it's smoky, because I just smell smoke right now. I wanted this for some fresh air, but what's the point of the fresh air, you know, if it's all smoke? Hey, look at that. Looks like we're looking good. So more of these areas, which is like 0, binormal, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna just clear that out. We don't care at the moment on this one, so that's fine. I'm gonna click on one of the objects, press F, and here is our a bit of the cubes are in here already, so that's good. So this is a good thing right here. Looks like these came in pretty good, and their mesh, I mean not meshes, but the materials and the shaders came in pretty well, so not bad at all. Let's go ahead and import the last one then. Let's see, I'll go here, and then I'll go here, security, copy that, and then I'll run the script just one more time, and this will import the last of the stuff. I'm assuming this was maybe the bigger one, because I don't know what else that'd be harder to import in here, so we'll see. Looks like I had one viewer that came in, so if you're still watching, viewer, thank you for coming in. If you have any questions, just let me know. Because right now I'm just sitting here waiting for this stuff to import in at the moment. Yeah. That's not looking too bad. Hey, welcome, viewer that's in here now. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to say anything in chat if you'd like, any questions or anything. Right now I'm importing the Prophecy Dungeon Cube part of the maps at the moment. So, kind of exciting, getting everything imported into Unreal Engine 5. So, through a amazing little script, so yeah, not bad. There we go. Let's get in there.
Let's say you get really immersed in a project. You look up, it's 5 hours later, it's dark outside, and your bladder's about
It's not done yet.
so
Still doing its thing.
Now, if this is so great, why don't we do this all the time?
Yeah.
The answer? We get in our own way.
Oh, this is taking a minute, man. That is for sure. But this is, I think, one of the faster ones, because I have imported this map in as a test before, because I figured it was pretty small, and it is. But yeah, it's quite interesting. I import everything in. Very easy. The only thing is it's the materials that you need to work on to make everything look good, but I think that's an easy way to fix it in the long run. Like you can really do this if you use because if you have an Unreal Engine, you have an Unreal Engine account, you can use the bridge. I forgot what it's called. I know the application's bridge, but it uses everything from Quixels or something like that, like materials that you can get for free, which are really high quality. You can pretty much plug those materials in and just use something similar that will work with this, and that will work good enough, I think, you know what I mean, as an alternative to whatever the original material actually was. So yeah, that's just a heads up for like later on. Like I think the most time process after everything's imported in would be adding your collision and then your lighting, and then make sure your performance is good on top of that, because the most important thing is having good performance when playing in game. I'm guessing that this one had all like the stuff that's inside these keys. I'm guessing that's why this one's taking much longer to do. I think the main objective today, by the way, after getting everything imported in, is to add collision and some lighting. I won't really worry about the materials too much at this point, but the main is add collision and lighting for the cubes. So a player will have, you can actually play within the area itself. Looks like everything's finished, almost. It's preparing its meshes right now. I'm also going to turn all the meshes into nanite, which will help with the performance like absolutely crazy, even though I don't think we need it for this, but I think it will be helpful. What? Oh, this is the gray box, you might say. So if I turn up my camera speed a little bit, I can get out of here faster. So how this works, a lot of game devs and stuff do this, is they put everything inside like a cube or a globe. In this case, it's like kind of like a donut-shaped sphere. You put that in there so that no external lighting or anything can get inside of it. So everything's enclosed in one space. So it works out really well. You know, that's just the way that game does. If you want to make sure that it's like an interior area and you know that you want nothing from the exterior, like lighting and stuff, to get in, you do something like that. But in our case, I don't even think we need that, but you know, I'll leave it for now, and we'll see how this goes. So if I did like, oh, what's this down here? Hold on. This is quite interesting. Oh, this is it looks like a jellyfish, but I think this is part of like the spaceship or something like that, that you load in because that's how the prophecy dungeon loads, right? It has this spaceship that's being pulled by an asteroid or whatever, and this is that right there. That's quite interesting. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's what all of that was that. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry too much about this part here. I'm gonna load up the main one where the cubes were, and I'll have that as my master. Like, this level will always persist and always be there, and the other two can be loaded and unloaded at will. So what I'm gonna do is load up that map real quick. I don't know which one that was. It was this one. Okay, so it was the middle one here. And these two right here, these ones can persist on a whim. So what I might do is do a world outloader here. So window. I'm trying to figure out which one I need. Levels? Yeah, I need levels. Here, I'm just gonna plug that one right there. So I have this one right here. This is my persistent level, right? So this level will always exist, all right? So when the player loads in, these will always be there. So if I go into here, an easy thing that you can do is literally click and drag the rest in here. So I'm gonna click and drag this in here, and they're automatically added to that level. They're not part of it necessarily, but they're a chain. I can turn it on and off when I want to. All right, and I can take this one here and add it as well. And it's within the persistent level. The persistent level is this middle one. So if I turn off this one here, all the persistent goes away, but the rest stays. So that's something to keep in mind inside of here. So, but for now, I really don't need to see these other part of the levels at the moment, because I don't really need to interact with them. I'm just worried about the persistent level at the moment. I'll add all the collisions and stuff there when I need to. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to all of the static meshes here. I'm going to change everything into nanite. All right. I don't know if this is going to crash the computer or not, so I'm going to try to do it all at once. We will find out. But let's go ahead and give it a go. Start with the top notch. Hold down Shift. Right click. It's going to take a second because it's going to try to load every single mesh. Oh, there we go. That didn't take too long. So I'm going to just do this and then enable. And there we go. I was looking for that. So it's preparing mesh cards right now. So I'm going to let it just do its thing right here. So it changes all my meshes into nanite, which gives me very high performance meshes that are here that I can literally get way better performance on. So, which is good. And there's not that many items, to tell you the truth, I have to worry about. But at the end of the day, it's going to make my life a lot easier. There we go. That should be good there. I'm going to now just do save all, so it saves all of the meshes that I played with. That looks good. So if I go into here at the moment, and right now I have it lit, but I'm gonna do unlit and then lit. Everything's gonna be dark, but I'm gonna have it that's unlit right now. So I'm gonna go in the first cube onto the right hand side over here. Okay, let's go in the first cube right here. I can go ahead and start creating all of my what am I looking for? Collision, so my player doesn't fall through the map. Because right now, when I import anything, all of these material, not materials, but the meshes, it's just literally geometry that doesn't have any collision on it, so the player would just fall right through the map. It's no good. So I need to go through each one of these meshes and then add collision to it. So that's fine there. Hey, 2 viewers that are there. Welcome to the stream. I'm just showing how to import Destiny 2 maps into Unreal Engine 2 really easy through a charm application on here. I imported this map into Unreal Engine, so I just finished importing that one in, by the way. Just heads up. So if you have any questions, feel free to put anything in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions there. Let's go ahead and add the collision. So let's start with like the very first part. I'll go in here. There's a couple different ways how we can add collision based off this. I'm going to go through mainly each one of these meshes, there's not that many, and it looks like some of them are extremely small too, so I don't know if I even need to add collision. At least for the bigger stuff I do. For instance, I got this guy right here. I also take a look at the material. Wow, the material actually not bad at all, to tell you the truth. So I can add a collision here. Let's see. So I collision, and I can add different parts of it. I can add like a sphere collision, which is something that won't work for me. So I'll remove that one. So I'll remove collision. I want something more of a square. So I could do a box collision, which works perfect for this one because it goes out nice and tight around our box. The main thing is when you create collision is you want everything to fit nice and tight around your mesh. So then when the player goes over it, it actually feels like they're walking on it, you know, or over it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and save this one. This one looks good. I'm gonna move on to the next one. I have all these other ones that are opening on the screen. I have no idea what this one is. Oh. I have no idea what this piece is here, to tell you the truth. Does have material on it though here? Might be important. That's what that one is here, like that. Curious if that one is important or not. Because I might not need to put collision on that. The less, by the way, the more that you put on collision, the more that it like takes up memory on here as well. So that's kind of like not really good. Also another thing, since I added collision on that mesh, I can do a little on the viewport on this one and do player collision, and it whatever one that I added my collision on already, it shows it right here, which is really awesome. So, and that's the one I just added, so I'm gonna do unlit right now. So actually what I can do, since I'm gonna add collision on here, all right? Then I can find where that is and see if it's worth using or needing for the most part. Let's go ahead and do a simple box on this one. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna save that one. It seems easy enough. So if I do this and do player collisions, no idea where that one piece might be, but it's obviously somewhere on the map, so whatever. I'm gonna go with it. There we go. Open up the next one. Bring it in. So this is quite interesting. I don't know if this is needed with collision or not. Doesn't seem that big. The thing is, if you notice, it has a partner over here as well. So I can't just do a blank like, oh, this is gonna have one collision. It has to be like a complex collision, which kind of sucks, and I don't know if I really need to do that or not. I think it's this here. It's like the faceplate of this. And looking at this here, it doesn't even interact with it really. Like, let's see what interacts with it here. Like, so if I wanted to move, yeah, that would move that, but I don't know if that's a bigger problem. Let's see if I chose. Okay, so those are more the things that keep the player out from in there, but I don't even think the player can even fit inside this little hole here. So I don't know if that's even needed, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I do like testing through here, like where the player can fit and stuff like that. I don't think that's collision is needed, to tell you the truth. So I'm going to the next part right here. Like even here, I don't even think collision is really needed, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I don't think that's even needing of collision. So I'm gonna not worry about that until I need it. It's better not to have collision from the start and then adding collision later that you need, just for performance wise. I have no idea what's here, by the way. I can't even see it, what it is, so I'm not gonna even worry about collision on that one. There's some things that you might find that are just like invisible, like things that you can't see. It's probably there somewhere, I just don't see it, obviously. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, if it's not there, I'm not worrying about it. I'm just gonna worry about what I can see at the moment, and it's kind of a quick pass on it, really. Alright, so here's something that's a bit more complex. Alright, and this can kill your performance if it's not done right. So what I'm thinking here, I'll try to add the most complex. That's not even that good, really. Yeah, let's add something complex to this. I think I might have to go full on this one. So let's go to collision. There we go. Let's see, I need to find that one where... Not that one. Here we go. Let me try to find it real quick. Let's see. Collision. Let's see if I can find it. I'm trying to look for something that puts the mesh. Oh, it's presets here, I think. Here we go. Use simple as complex or complex as simple. I think it's this one right here. So it uses a complex like mesh, so it really like geometrizes this out. So I'm figuring that hopefully most of this stuff is in nanite now since I converted it. That using this particular like function won't kill it too much. So because I want to make sure if the player has to walk over this, like it actually is like a mound that you walk over, like sand or whatever. So I want to save that, get on to the next one. This one looks like it's gonna be fairly easy. So it's just a cube. I'm kind of curious where this cube is though. I'm not sure. I am curious where this cube's gonna be. Let's see. There we go. Feel free to say anything in chat, by the way, guys, if you have any questions on anything. So, I think it's this guy right here. I'll see what it is, actually, in just a second. So what I'll do is I'll add a quick collision box, since that won't take too much. Save it, and then I'll go to the player here. Oh, it's this guy right here. Let's see. Go ahead and do that. Oh. Interesting enough that that exists like that. And things might look a little weird, by the way, because like some geometry is kind of like that. I've noticed like nothing's perfect in a Bungie game, if it makes any sense, which is fine. Nothing's perfect in any game, but I see certain weird mesh stuff like this. I'm like, how did that even happen or something? Maybe there's something extra terrain on this wall or something like that that I don't know about. That's there where like the player was never intended to get that high, I'm guessing, on here or something. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, it is quite interesting, but I am going to put a collision on that one, which is fine. This looks like it's part of the main room, by the way. So this is a full-on room right here that's probably used and reused on rotation. This one I probably have to put a complex situation on this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm also noticing other things. I'm not liking how this mesh turned out. It could be from the shader material, how it imported in, but you see these deep blacks on here. It's probably from like bad normal maps, I'm guessing. So when I put lighting on this thing, it's not going to look good, I don't think, but I'll find out once I get to the lighting part, and then I might have to change all this into like different material or something, or whatever has to be like edited in some kind of way. Anyways, let's go ahead and I'll add that special part to it. So I'll go collision, use complex as simple. So now I should have this all blocked out now. I don't know if it's visible or not. I'm not sure. I can't really... Usually I can tell. I think it is. I guess I'll be able to tell, hopefully. Going into here. There it is. Yeah, it is. So it's highly complex, but it's also, it's the same mesh being reused throughout. So I just have to do one and then done, which is quite nice. So that part is done. Go ahead and lit, which is good. Bring this in. These are all missing bits and beats, like platforms and stuff. These don't look too bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, welcome everybody. We got some new people coming in, so welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to say anything in the chat. This is just importing Destiny 2 maps into Unreal Engine for today, so that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and we'll add... the problem with this one, by the way, is these are not all separate, so I can't add one big box onto it. I have to get complex with it again. I think that's what I have to do more or less with my stuff, sadly. Unless I export this out into like Blender and then bring it in individually, but that kind of makes it a bit more difficult. I think I can get away with it though, because these are fairly easy for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, save it, bring it in, and yet again, it goes across the board because that's used multiple times. So in that case, it makes life a little easier since it's the same thing being applied instead of being totally different ones. So I think I know where this goes. I don't know if this needs collision or not. Let's see. I'll go ahead and I'll add a box on this one. I'll go to here, to my player collision. I think it's this one here. Yeah, it's that one there for sure. It's this one here. I'm going to remove it just to confirm it. Because if the player is in here, the player is going to be way down here. I don't think the player is going to be going out through the ceiling, but I'll have to put something there in general for later on, so the player can't jump out of the map in general anyway. So I don't know what I'll do with that for now, but I'm just going to save it, do that, because if I add my own individual collision on my own, I can get better performance out of it. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Just add the collision that I need at the moment that are objects that are going to be used, that the player is going to step on, and so from there. Looks like I got a cube. This is the middle cube now. I have to go complex with this one again because so many meshes are in one, which I'll use here. So there we go. Use complex. And if I run into trouble later on, is maybe I'll go through that and like I'll block each one of those out instead of going and making it complex at that point. You know what I mean? So, man, there's a lot of stuff in here. Not liking it. A lot of complex stuff. I can just do complex all day, but I don't really like that though. Like, it just messes up with my performance for the most part, but I might do it temporarily and then I can always go back on it, I guess. So, alright, that's what I'll do today. I'll just do that for now and then I can go back on it. So I'll just use complex collision, save it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my view. Oh, no, I have to do it. I already got it. So this is what the rooms are kind of building out right now. So it's filling up all these gaps that are happening here. So, which is a good thing. So, yay. So the collision's coming along pretty easy if I start filling in those areas. I'm not gonna worry about those two. Those look blank to me. So if I bring this in here and I did F, looks like it has some kind of fragment around here, but nothing that I don't think requires collision. So we're gonna be okay with that. Welcome everybody that's in the stream right now. If you have any questions, feel free to say anything in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer. If you just want to chill and listen to me talk a little bit and chill some music, feel free to do that. This one is definitely like a complex one for terrain. So this is where we kind of go back on, you know, in a little bit. I kind of add stuff hardcore on it at first, then the other. I wonder if it's simple? No, this one here. I'm used to seeing like a nice outline of it, like in a purple grid or whatever, but I'm not seeing that for some reason, but I believe it is there. Like, I know that's some of the terrain that's there. Oh, it's probably on the side over here or something, maybe. There's another one. Bert. Open it up there, like that. Alright. How's everybody's night doing so far? It's like 7 o'clock over here in Seattle, Washington, and I know that East Coast is a bit later. But wherever you guys are, hope you're having a good night right now. hey, something that can add a simple blocks collision on, which is great. There we go. I like doing these ones. Nice and easy. Don't have to worry about memory or anything. It's just simple. So here's a special one. So this goes in the outside of like a dome area, right? This material came in very well, by the way. I do like that material. Let's go ahead. And I could just do a sphere. Well, the thing is, the very top of this needs to be flat is the problem. I'm not sure the location of this one, but this mesh is probably used multiple times throughout the map. And it's like now up against the wall, it's like something where the player can actually stand on. And if the player can stand on it, he needs to be able to stand on a flat piece. So I might need to make this one complex as well. So I'll do that for now. Yeah, again, I can always change it later on if my performance starts tanking really hard from it. This looks like it goes on the top of that. Oh, that's not bad at all. That texture came in pretty good. This one I can kind of cheat though. I can use a... no, that's not what I want. Maybe I can use... No, that's more of a square. I need to break this one out a little bit more. Maybe I can use like an 18. Ah, there we go. This one's much better. And I don't think it would cost me too much on my performance there. To tell you the truth. So it looks good. I'm going to save that one. And then the same goes for... You know what, though? I don't think this one needs collision, by the way. Since I believe the sand goes right on top of this, and the bowl already has collision. So I don't think this one needs collision. So for now, I'm going to leave it without any. So just something I don't think I need, I don't need. So make it easier for life. This one is going to be complex for sure. There we go. Save it. Here is another little bowl one, and then this one will have to be complex. Save that one. Here's another ring. I don't think it needs it, so I'm gonna go without it for now. Again, if I do, I'll add it later. So this one came without a material, but I'm very certain that the material that's used for this one here is the same. I'm very curious if that's the same one or not. I'm curious if I can just... I want to bring that one in. Let's see if I can go to, like, its library or something. Go to outliner. Can I just go to the details on this thing? That's okay for now. I'm not going to worry about materials at the moment. So for this one, I'll go in and I'll add the collision for now. So let's go and just do that real quick. I think I just had... Why is it not... Add collision, please. This one has this default. That's very odd. I don't know why I can't add collision on this. Add a sphere. So the sphere adds just fine. Remove it. So that's weird. It's not showing up, which is very odd. It might be a bug. I'm not gonna worry about that one right now then. So it was this one, right? Yeah, it was that one that I was looking at. All right, I'm gonna get the next one loaded up. Another terrain one, so I'll add a complex one. Not good habit, by the way, to do that. So something to keep in mind. This is kind of just blocking things out, so I have a playable area as of now, and then I can add stuff better. If you want to be fully optimized in something like this, you can export each one of these meshes to Blender and then re-import it back in to Unreal Engine, and then you can do like a very optimized collision mesh around this that's not visible, obviously, to the eye. So But in my case, I'm doing a lazy version of it, and I'm just doing this for now, and I can just do it later if I want to. I don't know why it's not showing like the collision, but I know it's happening. This thing. Is there like an extra option that says show collision or something like that that I'm not seeing? I wonder. Oh, there it is. So it shows it right here. Simple collision, I guess, or either complex. I guess just showing it, because right now this is what the collision is going around. It's going around each little bit, which costs performance. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. But yeah, again, I'm just doing it temporarily. It's not going to be permanent. So, oh yeah, I remember this guy. It's similar to the other one. So what we'll have here is do a little box on that guy. Save it. Don't need it no more. What's this one? I don't need it for these ones. This is another set of those guys that I know the player doesn't interact with, so I don't have to worry about it. And same for that. The player doesn't interact with that. These don't look they don't look like they're being used. They're just an empty shell of something. Let's see, I can add these guys in here. So let's go and add a collision there. Sometimes those empty areas that I was like, there's literally nothing in there. Let's see if I do like this, it actually shows it now. So there it is. Anyway, like these areas, particularly in here, like there's literally nothing. I press F and it doesn't show anything. But that's maybe because Bungie has like these areas, like they need a point of interest. What am I trying to say? There's an origin point. Wherever that origin point is, that part of the map has this certain set of items. So all they need to do is look for that little die of an item there, and everything goes there. I think that's what it is. I'm not 100% sure, but that's why I'm thinking it's like an empty space. That's what it is. Just to find stuff for location-wise, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I already did this one? Yes, I did. I just did this one. Oh, here's the sphere. I don't need any collision on this because a player won't be touching this whatsoever. So that's just going to be as is. This one, oh, these are the strands that are like down below in that area there. If I go into levels here, and I think it was... I'm trying to remember what that one is. It's not that one, I don't think. No, it's definitely this one. It doesn't really matter right now, but that was like a whole like asteroid that's at the bottom of the map somewhere down there. Oh, I could show it here. Doy. Here we go. Put this up to like a 6 or so. Move quickly. There we go. It's this guy down here. That's where the player starts the whole map and everything. So I don't have to worry about that because I'm not going to have the player character interact with this, so I don't need any collision with that. So I'm not too worried about that for now. I want to turn this back down to at least like before again. Okay. That's not looking too bad. I'll turn back on player collision for now. Save what I have here. Go back to this. Don't need collision on that one. And I think these are all based on that asteroid thing that I don't need collision on. So I'm going through a lot of empties in here, by the way. Kind of noticing. Oh. That brought me way outside the map for some odd reason. Don't know what that one is, but I don't think it's that important. This is part of the asteroid right here. More empties. So what you might find is a lot of empty stuff, really, like it's just not used. So in that case, you could probably just delete it and probably be fine. I don't delete it to the very end though, if I need it or don't need it. So anyways, let's go ahead and continue from here. I think I got all my collision done as like a breakout of it. So because these are the cube rooms of the prophecy area, so pretty much each time a player is done in one area, the player will be teleported to the next one and then so on from there. So I think that's looking pretty good. All the everything's converted to nanite. I got my meshes all done there. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, make that gone. So you see it. I am seeing like big ol' holes in here where the player can probably slip through, and I have an idea which one that is, by the way. So I need to fix that. And I'm looking here. It looks like there's an area here where the player can also slip through, I guess, in a way. So that's no good. Same here, but let's see what that one might be. I think it was this one here. I don't have collision on this one. I'll put a complex on this one, since adding just a square won't do it, because it's a little bit more than that. So we do this, use this complex, save it. Okay, so that filled in the areas in here. Surprisingly, there's not anything bigger. I could do something more customizable than that to fix that up, but I think for now, it's at least playable. So if I wanted to start in this room as of now, I can probably place a character in here and start playing around with it. I just need to add some lighting first to get a mock-up set. Yeah, people are watching. If you have any questions, please put anything in the chat. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions or just chat about anything that you would like to talk about. So let's go ahead and do the unlit scene real quick here. Not bad. All these like gray tones, that's where material is not applied yet. So that has to get a material that gets applied to it, which is fine. I won't be doing it in this video. I'll probably be finding materials from Quixel or something like that to add on later on for free. But for now, we're in here. So there we go. I just want to make sure we're in the persistent level when I'm editing in here. So when I'm editing in that persistent level. So when I was in here, I technically only edit in that level at that point. So I gotta make sure I edit in this one, the persistent one. Let's go ahead and we'll add some lighting. We can start with some spotlights, I guess, because everything's going to be interior. Oh, I'm going to change this to lighting, so it's going to get very dark all of a sudden. So let's go ahead and start changing up some intensities and strengths and stuff, make everything way bigger. Back there. There we go. Intensity, we can turn that up quite a bit for the most part. And for the lighting that I have as of now, it's stationary. I don't know if I want any more than like open lights and stuff. This is pretty much, I'm just making some lights so then the area can be playable. I'm not going to try to match the area as of now. I have to open up a level and kind of browse what it kind of looks like. Maybe I can actually see what the lighting is. I think it's more like ambient lighting, you know. It's very like not very intense lighting, I guess. It's, I don't think the word ambient, emissive lighting, that's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah, it's emissive lighting for like the most part. I'll look at the prophecy dungeon here real quick. Let me see if I can at least match some of the lighting. Destiny 2 prophecy dungeon. What is this encounter called? Like the cube area? Cube rooms? Interesting, interesting. So like, I'm looking at it right now, by the way. So looking at this right here, it looks like a lot of like the colors, like blues that are over here. Also, I got a lot of emissive stuff that I need to keep in notice as well. Symbols that are there. Quite interesting. Okay. People that actually play this dungeon, if you want to put in chat at all, if anyone feels comfortable doing so, like, do these, like, does the lighting change for each room, or does it stay the same? I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I played it, so anyone that's might have played it a bit, let me know. So I'll go back and forth between that a little bit, but it seems like one side of the wall is like kind of like a pink color, the other is like a darker color and like blue, so it goes like pink and blue, it looks like, for the most part. So, you know, wherever it goes. We got 10 viewers in here. Hey everybody, welcome in. Nice to have you. If you have any questions, feel free to put anything in the Discord. This is the prophecy dungeon, like cube room level that I imported in from Destiny 2. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So if I'm gonna go with a color at the moment, let's go ahead and choose that kind of pink type of color for it. I don't know if that was like that kind of pink. Let's see. It's more like red. Let's see. It was more red. Just make it orange and then light it up. There we go. Lighten this one up a little bit here. It's quite interesting that I could see outside the map here. Well, that's fine there. I'm gonna stick with this color for now, even though it's not perfect exactly, but good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and just, because I'm gonna do this here, I'm gonna put this on the other side of the room right here. The thing is, I can't have too many overlapping lights is the problem, unless I make them movable, which I might do for now just to make my life easier. So let me just do that real quick. It's not recommended to make it movable. It's better to make them either static or stationary, so you could just kind of bake them in later. Yet again, that's for more performance. But as of now, it doesn't matter too much to me because I'm just kind of getting things laid out so then I can actually have my player jump around in here a little bit. So that's the main objective today. So I'm going to take these two lights here, this side and this side. Oops, take both these, hold down shift. Also, I'm going to go to the outliner in here. I can kind of see them. Hold down shift, going to bring down both those over here, bring them both over to this area, except this one, I'm going to change this to that blue color that we're kind of like a cool blue, I think, something like that. Yeah, and it's not, the goal is not to be perfect, but to kind of like do a mock like check on it, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if this is like the correct side of the room or not that I'm putting it on, but I'm gonna give it a go. And then what I might do here is add some mini lights just to give this room a bit more visibility to itself. So I'm gonna add another light here, bring it down like this, because the player is going to be mostly on the floor and he needs to see what's going on. Right here. So I have that brought in. I'm going to go ahead and bring this. I can keep the intensity up, but I need to bring the cone down a little bit. Let's see. There it is, the radius on this. So I keep it like that, I think, for the most part. And then what I'll do here on this one is I'll bring this one down. So I can kind of have this room split, you know what I mean, into those two different distinct colors, which was like blue and like not really a pink, but whatever this color was for the most part. It looks really bright, to tell you the truth. I might brighten up this room a lot more with more emissive colors and reflections that will come in later. But for now, it's just light up the room just a little bit. That's not too bad though. It's like, make it that way. There, it's really dark over here in this corner. But I do know that it adds some really dark parts in the other one, but all the time once I get in and see how it looks, it'll be alright. I'm gonna check the collision just real quick. Make sure this looks good. I'm guessing this was a death barrier, by the way. I'm not sure what that was before, but I'm assuming that was a death barrier. Unlit. Yeah, that must have been a death area right there. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that up later. Add real collision, I guess. Let me know in the comments. Wants to tell me, was that a death barrier right here in this area? I think it was. So, if anyone feels free, just let me know. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna place my character in right now. Let's start playing around a little bit and see how it looks. So let's go ahead and do a player start. Let's see, player start. I'm gonna put it right here. This. Put it to the end of the ground and make sure it looks like that. I'm also gonna add in a weapon in here, just to have on hand. Let's see. Which one do I want? I got a bit of them. I'll put this one in here. It would look kind of interesting to see how this one looks like. Got a sniper. Put that right about there. It's fine. I'll add one, maybe two more in here. So goes Primus maybe. I'll just put in all the raid weapons from whatchamacallit. Oh my goodness, the Red War expansion. But what was the raid? The Leviathan raid. There it is. Let's see. I got a sword. What other one was there? Oh, you know what? Why don't I add? Here's Judgment right here. Oh, I don't want the handgun. I want. What's it there? Did they have a shotgun here? Can't remember. This would be fine enough. I just need 3 weapons. That's all I need right now. It's just 3. So I got them right here. Good to go. I'm gonna save all this here. Saved and done. There's one other thing I need to add is this inventory kit guy, so I can add my inventory. The blueprints. I add that guy. This one, what I can do here, I'll just do unlit for now. I can make my life nice and easy. I could just put him out like right in the middle like that. Just like out in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really matter at this point. I don't think I need any reflections based off that. I could just save it. I think that will be okay. I'm not sure. I don't think it has any. I don't think I have to worry about it falling with collision. I'm not sure actually. I'll find out. You know what I should do is probably add a platform there though or something. I'm guessing. So let me just do that real quick in case he falls. Let's go ahead and change the prospects on here a bit. Let's see. We want to go for. No, actually, we don't want a uniform. You know what? I'll just do it like this. There we go. That. Bring it up. Forward a little bit, like that. Bring it down, like so. And what I can do here is click on this and press end, and it goes right to the platform for me. So now I know it actually goes there. Save it. That works pretty good. I think I'm set up just to play with the character right now. So if I do this, lit mode, hopefully nothing crashes when I play it. We'll see what happens. So good luck. Oh, that's not too bad. I'll go and I'll blow this up a little bit for us. There we go. I'm gonna take these weapons here. Let's go ahead and add these arms, helmet, and chest piece real quick here. So we just have it. Probably just needed the arms, but it's fine. So I'll take this, take that. So that's not too bad, to tell you the truth. Really, really dark in certain areas. Obviously, nothing's final on any prospect at all, but not bad though. I'm gonna start testing out the collision that I had here. That's good. I don't know how high you're supposed to go in this area, if you can go high at all, and I don't really think it mattered too much, really. So here's this part here. I was worried about that mostly. This area here is more of a collision area that needs, well, not a collision, I'm talking about, like, I think it should be a death barrier around that point, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I played this part of the raid, so, or not raid, dungeon. So this room's not bad at all, man. Not bad. Got a quiet chat today, but that's okay. If you guys just want to watch and chill, it's totally fine with me. I don't usually chat in any other stream that I get in as well, so this is more like for... there we go. Not bad. I like how the material for the sphere kind of things work out very well. I got this area here. Oh, I can walk through that. Well, luckily though, I can't pass through this barrier in here, so I'm not. I don't think you should be able to do this though in Destiny 2, like in the dungeon there. I don't think that you're supposed to be able to do that. I thought this gap was way too small, but I'm gonna have to block that off manually. Then I got this guy. Oh, I can't reach it. Oh well. Lost a little health on fall damage. But not too bad, I might say. Not too bad at all. I wish I had some enemies I could just throw in at the moment, but I don't have any AI that's smart enough yet. I can just have basic AI in here, but it's not very good. This ain't bad though, dude. This ain't bad at all. That looks kind of weird, by the way. That right there, I don't know why that's like that. Ooh, look at this. Well, that's kind of interesting. I haven't tested this thing out, by the way, in like low light conditions, but it kind of leaves like a stream. You see that? It's quite interesting. This one, not as much. That one's more fragments around or whatever. But yeah. But I think in general, not a bad mock-up for what it is. Not too bad. I need to like add some mounting areas so when a player gets up to an edge, they can mount to it or whatever. So, but yeah, not too bad though. Not too bad. Interesting. When you walk up to this, it doesn't let you on. Very easy, I might say. So go here, and I'm like walking, and it's like not putting on. That's interesting. I wonder if I can take off something of this. I'm not sure. Let's see. Charm maps. Static. I think it was this one here. Actually, I can click on it. Oh, it's this little ring right here, but I have no collision on that. I don't think I do. I remember not putting collision on that one, I don't think. So what I'm gonna do is browse to asset on that one. This one here. No collision there, but it might be applied in complex. No, it's not. It doesn't have anything there. So I'm gonna go to. So we got this one, which is this one right here. How about this one? So that was the one I had there. Oh, it's like 2 on 1. I didn't even catch that. Interesting. But that's how it's kind of like freaking out a little bit, like when it can't get its feet up over that necessarily. Like, it's not a huge deal, but it's a little annoying though, not gonna lie. So browse the asset, yeah, it is that one there. And if I clicked on this outer one right here, and then I did browse the asset on, that's not the same one, is it? It's just smaller. Wait up. Oh, you know what? I'm a dum-dum. So I could just do this, browse the asset. Okay, that's that one there. It's like they made it smaller within smaller. Interesting enough. Interesting. There we go. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, it's the same one except smaller. So even if I did change the collision, I guess I could change it for both, but I'm gonna make a difference for there, so it's alright then. It's alright for now. So right now it's kind of like the mock-up stage of it, really. So that's the objective there, really, for that. It's kind of interesting coming out, like, looking at it from the outside. It's like, that's what it is, but if you unlight it, the rest is there, but if you have it lit, looks kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Not bad though, not bad. What I might do from here, I'm just gonna focus on one room, and really I can just copy and paste most of the rooms, I think, for the lighting. But I think for now we're at a good stage. What I really wanted to do was import the map, which we already did from Charm. By the way, guys, if you want to do what I'm doing here, you can go to the Discord that's in the link in the description, and you can go ahead and you can download, like in the Discord that's there, they got links to all the information that's there, like to Charm. That's the Ripper application that I had, which was this one right here. It has like a wiki on how to do it, how to like install it, and then load it up with all the files that you need to get it working with the Unreal Engine, and you just go from there on it. Really great application, by the way, that it was made. I didn't program this at all or anything like that. I just use it in the communities that are there. So really good Discord community. So Destiny model rips, that's the one you want to look for. So anyway, I think this will probably be a wrap, I think, for today for the most part. I'm going to test this one more time in a couple areas that I'm kind of curious about, and I think I'll probably call it good on that one. I'll go and I'll put on this other armor that I had here. Oops, I actually want this one. There we go. There we go. So now if my character comes out like this is what it looks like here. Kind of cool. Take this, take that, take that. I wanted to try to get up there if I can. If you noticed, all of my abilities, or kind of like jump abilities, is based off the Hunter, even though my character is a Titan at the moment. I imported a lot of Titan armor as of now, but my character is mainly built around like a Hunter type of build for its mobility. So, I don't think I can make it up there, but I think my... Oh, I died. I jumped from too high. I bet I can get up there though. Let's try it. Let's try it before I get off stream here. If I can get maybe up there. Let's see if I can do it. Like this is a little bit higher, but it kind of limits my jump, right? So I need to get up there is what I need to do. I could just start the character from there, I guess, if I really wanted to, but if I can't get it. I'm curious if I can just jump up on that edge right there. I'll give it a go. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hold on. Get it up there. No. Oi. Oi. Ah, I lost the amount of jumps and I died doing it. Oh well. Hold on. I'll give that one more time. There we go. I feel focused now. I gotta focus this up. Alright, I have to make it to the other side actually. Because it has more of a ledge on that side. There we go. Let's get it. There we go. There it is. Oh yeah, piece of cake up here. Whoops, I thought I had more of an edge. Now I'm goner. All right, Well, I think that ends it for this, guys. Thank you for joining in. I do appreciate it. And if you want to learn more information on this, you can use the links in the Discord. Go to Destiny Model Rips, and they have a whole bunch of good training stuff there, assets you can use, models for weapons, characters, and then obviously applications for maps that you can do and import into Unreal Engine 5 and Blender. And even Unity, I've seen some do that, so that's something to keep in mind for the people that use Unity around here. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I think this will end the stream here. You guys have a great night. Catch you later.